Sorry about that. I had to do something. I I just had to do something real quick. Just gonna get this over here. I'm gonna show you my face again. Here's my face. And get this, get myself cozy and comfortable here right here because I wanted to do some I think that'd be some alliteration that I just did. If Anyway, here's the stream link if you want to join. I like having anyone over because having anyone over is it's my thing. So just copy and paste the link in another tab, then I'll let you in. So the train show will be held at the Cessna Activity Center tomorrow, and I'm going. And I will be streaming tomorrow night to show you what I got. Also, we got Juan's watching this live right now. So MP3, YouTube to MP3. So wait, what was that? So Juan's watching this live right now, so that's good. So it says no activity center. Aiden, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
So I'm going to the train show tomorrow, Aiden, as I said.
Yeah,
So here are the photos that were taken from last year's train show.
that's cool.
I can't see myself in any of these.
Mm.
Not the Chicago Northwestern passenger diesel.
Oh,
Um, yeah, none of these shots have me in them.
they're still cool.
Yeah, they are cool. And for Railfest, it was held at the Great Plains Transportation Museum.
Oh,
There's
that,
the
that's even
the
cooler.
Santa Fe 3768 locomotive, which I don't know what chimed whistle it has.
Mm.
If she were in steam again.
Yeah.
In fact, she does remind me a little of the Polar Express.
Mhm.
We got this black diesel, which could be an American equivalent of Mavis,
Kind of looks like her.
and a Lehigh Valley Coal Company number 126,
Hmm.
and this blue gasoline powered engine, which some could mistake it for a diesel.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't know it was a diesel. I didn't know it wasn't a diesel.
So here's back to Wisconsin, not to the National Railroad Museum. There's Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Oh my god.
They should definitely make that engine on run again, going from Wisconsin to Great Plains Transportation Museum here.
Yeah.
He should be back in steam again, along with this French goods van.
I wanted to. That was like the Thomas van.
Except it's French here, and this one should have a French accent.
Yeah. Oh, I saw Thomas
What?
right there.
Yeah, but well, then why didn't they have Dwight D. Eisenhower to push Thomas in the first place?
I don't know.
He would have been the perfect engine to dress as Spencer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the hand car. I got that hand car.
Hand car.
And the Indiana Transportation Museum.
Yeah. There's so
Also,
many.
I heard there was at Standish, Michigan. They
Oh my
got
god.
2 Mark I coaches there.
They're cool.
They're these coaches.
Oh my god.
They should have them restored to their former glory and have them pulled by a British steam engine. There is a British tank engine also in America.
Yeah.
I believe it's still in Kentucky.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's called the Flying Duchess. If I get to Amtrak Guy 365, the Boyne City Railroad.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's where everything is.
Next one is was at the Langridge Railroad Museum. That's where the Flying Duchess is.
Oh, okay.
And this weird diesel engine.
What the heck?
They also got a Baby Ruth boxcar.
That's even cooler.
They should definitely have the Flying Duchess run again. So from LaGrange to Standish, so she can pull those coaches through
Yeah, they
some
should.
magic buffers. Some magic buffers back to England.
Yes.
I've got the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum. There's another French goods van there.
Yeah.
And maybe both of them could be French troublemakers in America. Look at this, a C&O streamlined engine.
Yeah. It's cool. I seen. Wait a minute. I seen that in Roblox.
They got, I think, and this cool looking passenger diesel engine.
Yeah, that's cool.
I remember Trevor saying that there should be more old timers into the series, and one of them could be called Jebediah.
Yeah. That'd be a
Where's
good name.
where's that French goods van? I'm still looking for that French van. Here's the other French goods van. Both of
Oh.
them but that one's rusted, but they should use French accents.
Yeah, they both should.
I also saw an Allegheny.
Yeah.
And that Scranton, Pennsylvania. Got the Steamtown National Historic Site, where it has the only big boy in the East.
They still have them.
Maybe that one should be heading back west if they make him in Steam again.
Yeah.
It's the Canadian National 3254.
It's cool.
That has the old 5-chime whistle, which was used as a stock sound effect.
Oh my god.
The tanker and this diesel.
Oh my god.
This version, a scrapped version of Dustin or Marshall.
What the heck? What the heck?
Now this one apparently looks like Hector.
Yeah, it does. It does look like him.
The LaGrange Railway Museum, if the Flying Duchess was running again, then she should be going over those LaGrange in Kentucky, and she'd be going on these roads.
Yeah.
Because these public roads.
Yes.
But engines going on public roads must have their wheels covered and a cow catcher in front to protect people and animals from being dragged under the wheels if they stray onto the line. She hasn't, so she may be a danger to the public.
Her driver disagreed.
And she'll write regular lull breaker in his book.
She ran away crying.
It's like, that lame cop.
Yeah.
And she's like, it'd be like, fuck that lame ass cop.
Yes.
At the Virginia Museum of Transportation, this one previously had this 611, Norfolk and Western 611. This engine was nicknamed Pocahontas.
Just like the Disney movie.
This is named after the first Disney princess based on a real girl.
Oh yeah. She's based on a real girl. Yes.
And it got the 1218, which has a Hooter-styled whistle.
That's cool.
The Cass Scenic Railroad in Western Virginia. It has some Shay locomotives. They should make a Thomas character based on the Shay, and he could be called Seamus.
Yeah.
Ferdinand's serious cousin. I wonder if Trevor's gonna join.
Yeah.
You know, the Canadian Railway Museum. This is in Montreal. The Dominion of Canada.
That's actually cool.
A small 240 tender engine.
Yeah.
This John Molson, that one has a chimed whistle, but sounds like Lady.
Yeah, it's cool.
Maybe they should also have Dominion of Canada running again, as well as this police car. She should push that police car. Back to the Future Part 3 all over again.
Yeah.
Via rail. A surprise in this was that they had Wadden, one of Stepney's brothers.
Yeah.
It should be a Thomas and the Magic Railroad chase inspired scene where Vinny chases Thomas, Wadden, and this French engine that's also there, around there, back to Toronto, and Vinny will be swaying so hard he'll knock his driver and fireman off the footplate. And what will stop him is crashing into the turntable just in time before and the engines will look in shock as their turntable is destroyed. Even Dominion of Canada.
Yes.
As it will take them a long time for the turntable to get rebuilt. But Thomas, Camille, Wadden, and the Flying Duchess, with their stock, along with the French goods vans, will be loaded onto a ferry heading back to England. They will head back, but Thomas will stay in America. First, the ferry will head to England, where Wadden, the coaches, and the Flying Duchess will be, along the rocket replica and the other old steam engines at the other old steam engine from the Henry Ford Museum. They'll be shipped back to England, whereas that French engine, which I will call Camille, along with the French goods vans, will head back to Paris or to France. How's my idea for that, Aiden? How is my idea for that? What were you trying to do?
Nice.
So how was my idea for that?
It was good.
We've got some German steam locomotive museums.
Yeah.
Next one is the 10001. We will know that as Frieda's basis. This is my all-time favorite German steam locomotive as of 2016.
That was really cool.
There's a German Camelback.
Oh my god.
Here's the 10001 again. If they're a day out with Thomas events in Germany, then they should dress this engine as Frieda.
It should.
And there are only two of these were built, being 10001 and 10002.
Oh.
Here's the 86 tank engine. A DRBR 86. There's a small diesel engine
What the heck?
and a steam-powered breakdown crane.
Oh.
There is also a model of the 10001 at the Wichita Toy Train Club and Museum.
Oh my god.
I can't remember which museum had the white BR-80 locomotive because that would be a white version of the Markland engine.
Oh, okay. They had different ones.
If I can get to this. That's not it. Nope, that isn't it. Nope, that one doesn't have that white BR-80.
Yeah, it didn't.
It was this one. There's the white BR-80 right there.
Yes.
Maybe I should double that with the white 86 tank engine for a German Halloween train.
Dude, that would look cool.
And maybe the 10001 could return to the main line for a Christmas Express.
I guess.
One railway I know in Scotland is the Bowness and Killearn Railway. Yeah.
Uh,
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 There's the Bowness and Kinneil Railway.
That one has a weird design.
A weird design for a Scottish tank engine.
Yeah.
There's a fan-made Thomas character based off of this called Hamish.
Oh. Oh,
And he would be perfect to work on the Misty Valley branch line. With
yeah.
Yeah, he would. So with the only two Caledonian Railway coaches left in existence. I got a version of diesel.
I'm so tired.
Not for me.
I need sleep.
Maybe those number 419 here and the 828, which is the only Caledonian 812 engine left in existence, should be escaping from the Bowness and Killearn Railway with a teak coach being pulled by the 828 and the 419 being pulling her two Caledonian coaches down the main line. And one of their stops could be the big station in Glasgow.
I guess.
And the Scottish tank engine would somewhat get mistaken for Thomas due to his blue paint.
Yeah.
We've got the National Railway Museum in York. There's Mullard.
Mullard.
We got a Series 0 engine, Series 0 Japanese bullet train. They should have
Kenji.
dressed that one as Kenji.
Yeah.
And here's Gladstone. Now that is a British engine that should be on a USA tour.
Yeah. That looks like Jock from the Railway series.
There's Emily's Basis.
Oh my god.
There's the Red Coronation Scott.
Oh my. That one looks like Steven.
There's a Great Western Railway's engine. Well, this is the real Stephenson's rocket.
Yeah.
There's one that looks like Percy.
Yeah.
There's Mollard again. They should have her returning to the main line.
Yeah.
This one is the Red Coronation Scott.
Oh my god.
And there's a Wainwright D-Class.
Yeah.
They should dress that one as Edward.
They sure do. They sure. Yeah. That's it. Good night, folks. I'm done.
Well, that'd be somewhat. Well, Aiden, I saw Aiden leave, and he's somewhat done. I'm gonna stop sharing for that. Who else is gonna watch this live? Mm, I feel like I have to edit the first part of the stream once it's on YouTube. Aiden, sorry, Dax. I'm tired and I'm feeling terrible for my dad. Well, Aiden, I understand how you feel. So, well, I do feel sorry for you too, Aiden. Still, no one else is gonna watch this live. Is it here? What else have we got? Anyways, whoever else is watching this live, here's the stream link if you want to join. Well, I got a lot of them. Well, oh, we got Juan watching this live again. Back to 0. Who's gonna join? Still no one's gonna watch it live. It's now back to 0. So I can't even see my screen, but you guys can. You guys can. So again, the stream link's here if you want to join. By the way, I like the Ertl Thomas commercial theme. It bops. You guys, this. I'm gonna try and share Trains Railroad Simulator 2019 again. Stroud Valleys consist. So Last time at the train show, I remember seeing a Lionel Thomas Bluetooth new box. And so I should get it. And there was also Blue Comet. Also a Lionel O-scale Blue Comet there too. Like this session doesn't want to load. I've got a train's background up, as you can already see. What if Trevor's gonna join? Again, here's the stream link. Aiden is. So I'm gonna. Uh, well, I texted Trevor there, so he should hopefully join. So he should join respectively. Hey, Trevor, you got my text.
Yeah, I got your text. Sorry it took so long. I was busy setting up my new Nintendo Switch that I got today.
Will you get a PlayStation 5 soon?
I'm planning to get a PlayStation 5 sometime this coming Christmas because I don't want to get it right now. It's too expensive.
So I've also been looking at some Hornby items on Amazon.
That's cool. Which ones are you gonna get?
I should be. They've recently added a Hornby Railroad Mallard.
Okay.
They've got the Queen of Scots, which there's only one of them left. And this A4 is called Gargany.
Okay.
That's a rare A4.
Yeah.
I got a Steampunk, which is a weird design.
Wow.
The Aberdonian, it comes with Tornado. You could hear his whistle in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
But Alden doesn't know that it came from Tornado.
Oh. So hey, can I tell you what games I got for the Nintendo Switch today?
What?
There are two Pokemon games. One's called Let's Go Pikachu. The other's called Sword Version.
Will you get Kingdom Hearts for Nintendo Switch, or do they not make them?
I'm not going to get Kingdom Hearts games for the Nintendo Switch because I heard that the cloud versions of the previous titles aren't very good in terms of like lagging and stuff.
Got this wagon. The Hornby Fine Scotsman I got after Christmas.
I see.
But it's only the railroad version. You got a Ruston and Hornsby. And they've got a big boy right there. And there's a Peckett.
NCB it says.
There's the other version of Peckett called Niklaus.
Wow.
Next we got a BR Moncel Corridor coach.
So the train show starts like 10 tomorrow, or
I think 9.
9. Okay. I'm planning to wake up at 9:45 so I can be there on time.
You got the Oliver Cromwell steam locomotive. I got a Trackmaster. I also found a Tomix Thomas on Amazon too.
Yeah, Tomix is N scale.
Yeah. And also Diapet. And Diapet right there. And Ready to Play. Lionel Ready to Play. I remember seeing a Lionel Thomas at the train show. That was an remote controlled with Bluetooth.
I remember the Lionel G scale James at the last train show.
They even made a Bluetooth version of Diesel.
That's cool.
The only diesel engine that is in existence nowadays.
Right.
There's also some items I've been looking on eBay, like the DBBR 10002, which is the second German engine they've made, the second BR Class 10 they've made. So another A4 is called Miles Beevor.
Miles Beevor, huh?
On the my net, and just like one of the YouTubers, LaserJet said, for those of you who have Hornby, you have to own an A4, like I should.
Who said that?
LaserJet, a
LaserJet.
user,
Is he a YouTuber?
a British YouTuber. Yeah, he's a gamer.
Oh.
They've even made a Tomix Ava Evangelion Shinkansen, along with Tomitech. I even have the Ava. I even have the Evangelion Shinkansen on TRS-19 along with the Hello Kitty Shinkansen.
That's nice.
Now this Ava is in the colors of the robot Shinji pilots. They should make one in the colors of Asuka's robot, one with Rei's robot, one with Mari's robot, and one in various other robots. And on here you get a glimpse of some of the characters. And 5 of them. The Mari one could be run from England to France on the Eurostar track, and the Asuka one could be running in Germany, because that's her country of origin. I've been seeing more Scottish locomotives, like the 721 class called Denalistyr. Here's Denalistyr.
Denalistyr.
This is not really the basis for Edward. But if they preserve Denalistyr, then he should dress as Edward because of his blue paint.
Yeah, I agree.
And Thomas would mistake Denalistyr for Edward.
Yeah.
They got Jubilee, one called Jubilee and one called Victoria.
Victoria, just like that coach from the Railway series.
There's also a purple version of Denalistyr here called Bethina. She's dark purple with a gold dome. Maybe she could be Denalistyr's sister.
Yeah.
Whereas Denalistyr should be an actual Thomas character. And the chuffing sounds on Denalistyr also come from trains when he goes at this speed. Let me speed up this. There. They've also got the Caledonian 34 class here. Another ad. There's the 34. There's the Caledonian 34 class. They should dress this one as James if they preserve it.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
There's Denalistyr again. This is my all-time favorite Scottish locomotive because it's the closest resemblance to Edward and it has those chuffing sounds from trains.
Yeah.
We've got the Caledonian, the Cardian class right here. Reminds me of Alfred.
Yeah, it does. It does look like a lot like Alfred, except it's blue and not green.
This one and this version of the Cardian was fitted with a steamboat whistle. They should make a Thomas character based on the Cardian and reuse that steamboat whistle. And here's the Caledonian 956. And here's the 439 class. And they made a here's the dirty version of it in LMS Red. That could be Dirty Hamish.
Yeah.
And there's the 812 class. Which is what Donald and Douglas are based off. I've recently been looking up to Scottish locomotives because at this time their blue coats would look lovely in the snow.
Yeah.
Like Denalister and Cardian on a USA tour. I think the same would go for Bethina. And there's the only 812 class left in existence. Only number of the 828, the 812. There's the 419 again. Look, they're braking there. But no sparks are coming out.
Wow, that's cool. It's breaking like that. It's pulling a brake fan.
That would be Hamish leaving the Bowness and Canillo Railway, or Scotland, because the Scottish Railway Preservation Society, if it shuts down, then Hamish would come to the island of Sodor with his coaches.
Who's Hamish?
He's a fan-made Thomas character I saw on DeviantArt.
Oh, I see.
If I can get to DeviantArt, Warship number 10. Oh, here's Hamish.
I see.
He'd be a perfect addition to the Misty Valley branch line.
I agree, and he can help out Emily too.
I also looked up to the Thomas Golden Bear, to Golden Bear interactive engines. But there is a trick on them. If you taking out the batteries, holding down the dome, putting the battery back in, letting go of the button, and they will say every phrase at once.
Wow.
And here's the interactive Oliver. So take out a battery, hold down the dome or button for those who are domeless, put the batteries back in, let go of the dome, and you get this. How's that for a sound test?
It's quite interesting. And a lot of fun too.
Now for Edward and James to function their sound tests, You have to take out the batteries, hold down the dome, put the batteries back in, put the battery cover back on, screw down the cover with a screwdriver, and then let go of their domes, and they'll do the same thing
Right.
because the batteries are vertical. Not only did they make Oliver, they also made Edward. They also made Mavis, which you already seen in Trains Are Fun, and they also made Peter Sam.
I also remember they also made a lady version too.
Right here. If I had to get one, I would get Peter Sam.
And if I were to get one, I would get Lady because she was obviously voiced by Burt Allcroft.
It's Louise Geoffrey.
Louise Geoffrey?
That's what it said in here. No. Oh, right here.
Oh, I never knew that.
Mavis was the only interactive diesel to be made in this range.
Okay.
Now, on the sound tests, they say names of characters that were not made in the interactive/talking range. They were Toby, Bill, Ben, Diesel, Rusty, Terrence, Sir Topham Hatt, Henry, Gordon, Trevor, although he was planned to have a talking release, but it was canceled, though it is unknown why. But anyways, George and Laurie. And they also say the names of engines that have not been made in the range at all. They were obviously Sir Handel and Duncan. And if you want to look for an interactive engine in the range, you need to look for ones that lack an on-off switch. And right here. The copyright date, they don't have an on-off switch. The copyright date is Brit Allcroft Thomas Limited 2000. For Lady, the Magic Railroad Company Limited 2000. But for Mavis, Peter, Sam, and Oliver, you'll have to look for Ghislaine Thomas Limited 2001. How about that?
Yeah.
I definitely should get Mavis and Peter Sam. And the meme for this is nobody, not literally no one, not a single soul. Oliver, I must always be on time for my boss. Now we got there's the Mavis model. And here's Peter Sam.
Yeah.
He was the only interactive/talking narrow gauge engine there has existed. Gosh, if you were to show this to your, I think Alden and Otto would like these since it'd be it's called My First Thomas.
Well, the problem is they're pretty rare, so I'm not sure if my sister would approve anything rare because I'd rather give Alden and Otto something entirely new, as long as it's like the CGI Thomas or something.
And also, they'd be surprised for the sound test, which is taking out the battery, holding down the dome, the button, put the battery back in, let go of the button, and they'll say every phrase at once like this. It only works with the interactive engines.
Okay.
Now there's Percy.
Percy's model's a bit off. Because
It has the same design as Thomas.
yeah.
Same with Edward. Same with Edward, because it's the same body tooling as James.
Yeah.
And for Mavis, she has the wrong wheel color. And the phrases on the interactive engines are different compared to the later talking ones.
Yeah.
The non-interactive talking engines that were interactive were non-interactive were dated 2003. So the later talking Oliver sounded like he's done with life, but not the interactive one.
Yeah.
If I would do Peter Sam the same thing with this user, Elias Splinter did. First, get Peter Sam to interact with Thomas, then Percy, Edward, James, Bertie, Harold, then Lady, then Mavis, and then Oliver.
Yeah.
There's Lady with Oliver. What if Louis Geoffrey voiced Lady?
In Thomas Magic Railroad?
In if she returns to CGI.
Oh, maybe. Or they could have some other voice actress that would do a good role for Lady, like maybe Sharon Miller or Teresa Gallagher or Rachel Miller or anybody.
Or not if, but it's on her talking model. She said that she's from Muffle Mountain, which is a fictional American place. So
Right.
I guess she should have an American accent, right?
Actually, I think she's fine with a British accent since she's loosely based on Gladstone, which is also a British type.
It's a tank engine version of Gladstone.
Yeah. And her when she's faceless, she has this British designed faceless
face mask.
Face mask. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
What if they had what if they had Mavis's line was, "Hello, Toby. Toby is teaching me to be a really useful engine."
Yeah.
Or even Edward would be, "Hello, Sir Topham Hatt. The Fat Controller depends on me." For James would be, "Hello, Sir Topham Hatt. The Fat Controller has plans for me. I'm a fine engine."
Yeah.
That'd be strange.
Yeah.
And here's the comment reading, "I must always be on time for my boss." Right here. They also got Trainboy54, another YouTuber.
Yeah.
I've watched Trainboy54 a lot.
That's cool. When it comes to fan-made Thomas episodes, I watch EE93 a lot because I love Wooden Railway and I used to enjoy Legos when I was younger.
There's also got Golden Bear for the talking engines. Emily, Molly, Murdoch, and Spencer use the same pitch whistle. Billy was the last one to use the standard whistle sound.
Yeah.
And Whiff was the only one to use the actual whistle sound effect.
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say, how was your day today?
Good.
Mine was okay. I was pretty tired all day at work.
The Billy's and his phrases.
Yeah.
And I rush. I make mistakes.
Yeah.
And then how quickly I finish my jobs. Then call me silly Billy. Instead, they're out here wasting time.
You know, if Billy had a voice actor in the UK dub, he should have a Cornish accent and a hillbilly accent in the US dub.
Because on what voice actor would be good for him?
Well, I thought of Matt Wilkinson when he gave Captain Joe a Cornish accent, which is like the same voice as Rusty. And then I thought Lee Cornez, the voice of Billy Shupak from Tugs, so maybe that could work too.
There's Merritt Train Boy. He's got three of only got the interactive Thomas and the non-interactive James and Percy.
Yeah.
I was even in his live stream of last year. I haven't got some DVD menu walkthroughs. Watched some from the hit era.
Yeah.
And some Thomas Friends US DVDs. I go to games for that. I don't have all the DVDs, but including I do have some ones where there are bad episodes.
Yeah. I pretty much have all the Thomas DVDs, or at least almost all of them.
The last one I got was the early years. That is the first US DVD to have UK narration.
Yeah, that's quite a shame because I kind of wish it had the US dub instead, because that's the dub I'm familiar with, whether it's by Ringo Starr or George Carlin.
You've got the Who Am I game. And Clarabelle's name is spelled with an extra L.
Yeah, that's quite an honest mistake.
And the modern DVD games have the freight cars missing their brake handles and their brake shoes.
Yeah.
Which, how could they forget that? If they were on a runaway, they wouldn't be able to stop.
Yeah.
You clearly had one job hit.
Well, at least Hit Entertainment improved themselves since Blue Mountain Mystery. In terms of writing, that is.
The laying down the track game. The US DVD menu walkthrough. This one's for calling all engines. One of the learning segments is asking the child audience to start the conflict between the rivalry of the Steamies and Diesels. So it's the child's fault for starting this.
Yeah.
There's some sneak peeks of got the Thomas Friends partners. I didn't have any Lego Duplo nor Steam Along Thomas.
Yeah. I don't have
There's-
Steam Along Thomas either.
There's Amtrak. And it had the Acela Express in it, which is also in Microsoft Train Simulator.
Yeah.
The other electric engines you can drive in it are the Acela HHP-8, that being the only electric engine with a locomotive brake, the Series 7000 LSE, and the Series 2000. There's the Leapfrog, which the engine's whistle sounds were changed, and Thomas had James's whistle.
Yeah.
Lego Duplo, and there's some sneak peeks of other DVD titles that Hit Entertainment made.
Yeah, like Bob the Builder.
Some people like that.
I like Bob the Builder, but I'm not obsessed with it because I'm not into construction that much. But I'll give it credit for having decent writing than Barney the Dinosaur.
And I guess Barney's voice would suit one of the American engines. The new American engine characters.
Like who?
Like some American mixed traffic engines.
I don't know. I don't think there should be a Thomas character that sounds like Barney the Dinosaur.
Or even an American freight car.
Yeah, well.
You got Kipper.
Kipper. I haven't seen Kipper in a long time.
The Wiggles. There's the Wiggles.
Oh yeah.
Emily, we could hear. The Wiggles movie intro had sound ideas: train, steam, English steam locomotive whistle, short toot in the intro. That was used for Emily from Emily in the 7th series, Peter Sam in the 9th to 12th series, and Freddy in the 10th to 12th series.
Yeah.
Like this. They've got Animal Jam. I wasn't a big fan of Animal Jam when I first saw the trailers, and not too fond of Fraggle Rock because I thought it should have a crossover Sesame Street.
I haven't seen Fraggle Rock, but I remember watching one of the previews of it.
And Todd World, I'm not too obsessed with it. But I did watch some, only a few episodes of my Thomas DVDs.
What about Angelina Ballerina?
She is my all-time favorite mouse character. Well, she is better. She is a more accurate design than Mickey.
Well, to be fair, Mickey's supposed to be cartoony.
But Angelina Ballerina, she looks more realistic.
Yeah. Which one do you prefer, the 2D Angelina or the 3D Angelina?
If they bring back some old characters, then in the 3D version, they should have brought back the older 2D characters with like the one that has the same animation as Kipper.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they're from the same company as Kipper.
They got season 12 DVDs. They have 3 of them have bonus episodes of Roy the Racing Car.
I remember watching one episode of Rory the Racing Car, and it's interesting. I'll give it that.
I've either Rory's first day, Rory takes off, or Big Chris learns to fly. I only saw 2 of them. But on Percy and the Bandstand, there isn't a bonus episode on there. Also, classic Angelina Ballerina used sound ideas, train brake, brake squeal in the episode in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And they had some Thomas voice actors cast into it, like Rob Rackstraw and Keith Wickham.
Yeah.
And for I've even looking at some multi-language videos of, we got Dirty Percy multi-language, we got Welsh, Portuguese, then we got Italian. Italian also sounds like he's snapping.
Yeah. Wow.
Norwegian. The Norwegian dub didn't sound like it was trying.
And I thought the American dub was bad.
Swedish also sounds bad. Same with Danish. Hungarian, Slovenian, Czech, Polish, Russian, Korean. And we got Scarloi's Wii multi-language. The transitions, Spanish. Like the European Spanish is also funny. Like Portuguese, Norwegian. I got a German dub is whoa. That narrator, Sky Dumont, didn't sound like he was trying for the hit era.
Wow.
But I like the US dub better.
Me too.
It sounds funnier.
Yeah. Even though I prefer Scarloy as an older and wiser engine.
Korean, Chinese, and then Cantonese.
Like Cantonese?
Like Cantonese. We got James's E with Welsh. Italian. German. Norwegian. The Swedish. Finnish is just funny. Serbian. Polish. Ukrainian is dubbed over English. Greek. And then Japanese. and the Thomas Friends Ukrainian dub. In it, the Ukrainian dub, you can faintly hear the English narration. It's inclusive. There's So the Ukrainian dub is dubbed over English.
Wow, that sounds lazy.
Then they should dub. Why can't they release the dubbing tracks?
The Ukrainian dubbing tracks.
It's just the instrumental tracks. With no narration.
Yeah, guess that's a good point.
We've got is the German dub. We got engines working together. And one of the times when you click on Toby, has the big engine puffing fast sound effect. So why couldn't they just use his magic railroad chuffing sound?
I don't know.
And Jeremy Crispo.
Yeah, I remember Jeremy Crispo.
He uploads his Barney tapes, but I started to watch the Spanish dub of this Barney.
Yeah, I'm not a Barney type person. I'm more into Thomas, Chinatown Station, Tugs, Theater Tugboat, etc.
Amtrak Guy 365. And there's the Flying Duchess tank engine. They should have her running again. And pulling her 2 Mark I coaches. There should be a Thomas episode based on that, where it goes where Wadden, Camille, the 2 French goods vans, and Flying Duchess with her 2 Mark I coaches.
Yeah.
They head east and they head for a ferry boat taking them back to England. And for Camille and her 2 goods vans, it will be back to France. Whereas Thomas will stay in America and we're helping out.
Yeah. I hope they run the Flying Duchess again someday.
And if they do, then she would be going on those public roads and would be a Thomas breaks the rules reference.
Yeah. I just hope she's in good hands.
Engines and Escapades. I have that DVD.
Me too. I love Engines and Escapades.
I got Team Up with Thomas. That was Hank's one and only appearance. He should, if he's going to return in CGI, then he should have a cowboy voice.
Yeah.
He should sound like a deep cowboy.
Yeah, like John Goodman could work.
And Flora. They should convert her into a narrow gauge tram, and she could join the Skarloey Railway.
I don't know. I think she's fine as a standard gauge tram engine.
Same goes for Nia.
Yeah.
High Speed Adventures. And the Rosie's Funfair Special, this has the last appearance of Stepney.
Yeah, even though he never spoke in the original UK dub.
Why didn't he do Tai Chi here?
I don't know. That was never thought of back then.
Like Like, I think his driver and fireman accidentally left him there.
Probably.
Like, and then how is he blowing his whistle without them?
Maybe his driver and fireman were there but weren't paying attention to the truck.
As they didn't hear the truck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad that's the very last appearance of Stepney in the whole show.
This next one is wouldn't it be funny if they had the Thomas characters in Evangelion?
That would be copyright infringing.
And if Toei Animation bought Mattel.
Well, the thing is, Neon Genesis Evangelion is an adult anime. And it'd be weird for a crossover between an adult cartoon and a kid's cartoon.
If they had dealt with Thomas Event episodes in that, how about that?
I'm not so sure.
Here's the 5000 series Evangelion. I believe they should make a Playrail version of a Playrail Sailor Moon item in honor of their 30th anniversary.
That would be interesting. Because I know Tomy did Toy Story themed Playrail trains.
And got the Sailor Moon Eternal Age Swap.
Yeah.
And they got a younger version of Serena and a grown version of Rini.
Yeah.
Looks like Black Lady.
Yeah, she certainly does.
And this is the real first appearance of Ami's mother, who is also a doctor. But there's a frame of here where the girls are partially missing their mouths.
Wow. I wonder how they messed that up.
But in a few frames, they get aims their back.
Yeah.
So TRS 19 again. It's got the Rocky Mountaineer again.
Yeah.
There's the Blue Duchess again. That should be an alternate Coronation Scott.
Yeah.
If I can get to the right version, that's Duchess of Gloucestershire. Duchess of Argyle. King George the Fifth. I mean, the 6th. Princess Alexandra. City of Chester. Duchess of Sutherland. That one also has a crown on her, but I'm trying to get to the one where it says Coronation. Liverpool, Alexandra again, Edinburgh, Princess Alice, also Edinburgh, Duchess of Norfolk, King George V,
or 6th,
and Queen Elizabeth, City of Leeds, Liverpool. I'm sure there's one called I'm sure there is one called Coronation, one called Stoke-on-Trent, Edinburgh, Carlisle. I think we should use Duchess of Sutherland. These Coronation Scott coaches.
Yeah, they look neat. I meant the coaches and the locomotives.
Yeah. Got the Princess Coronation. I got the Queen Elizabeth. There's one called Queen 6220. That is the one that's nicknamed Coronation. There's Queen. I got Queen Mary, Princess Alice. Try and get to the one where it says Coronation. Overall, I think I should have this engine for the Coronation Scott. There's Coronation.
Okay.
Wait, well. No code. There's the both use the LMS Stanier Hooter whistle.
Yeah.
There goes Duchess. I should definitely do a Coronation Scott USA Tour and a Silver Jubilee USA Tour. Next we got a BR Duchess. A BR Duchess Red. And BR Duchess Green. The LMS. And LMS Duchess Black. And there's an LMS 7F Fowler. They've got a 2P Fowler, which it does remind us a little of Edward or Molly.
Yeah, reminds me more of Molly.
There's got the LMS Class G. Would it be cool if there was a Thomas character based off of this?
That'd be cool. Then what would his or her name be?
I don't know. This one be called Bertha.
There's a fan-made Thomas character called Bertha.
Yeah, I've seen one on Mainland Studios channel.
Yeah, I've seen it too, and I thought it was a pretty good episode. Well,
There's
that's cute. What's
the
that?
A10, the A10.
The A10. Is it is it supposed to be standard gauge, narrow gauge?
I think that one's standard gauge. Not the Blue Pullman. There's the Blue Pullman. There's the CNJ G3S Blue Comet engine in black. Is a real CNJ P47. And we got the A5. The I'd have the S1 pull this in another TRS 2019 stream for going from Los Angeles to back to Pennsylvania, coupled to this coach. Here's the S1's whistle.
Yeah, I can hear it.
There's her bell taken from daylight. Once again, I think this would work great for a modern Sailor Moon episode. It's the scouts accidentally ending up in Los Angeles, and that should be a great appearance of Britt Allcroft because she resides in Santa Monica, California.
Yeah. I've never been to Santa Monica, California. Though I like to see her in person someday.
And they could be, and the girls, so they'll be boarding that coach in Los Angeles. And the S1 will reach your top speed 156 miles per hour as they head east.
Yeah.
And just look, she's speeding up. Look at her coupling rods. She's going a lot faster than Mallard this time.
And she's wobbling.
It's mainly like that when you are speeding in trains.
Oh yeah. I just think that's a pretty cool feature, that's all.
She's now the fastest engine in the world.
Yeah.
And the S Mallard. I'm the fastest engine in the world. S1's in Pocahontas rewrite. Hold my water.
That's a good one.
Here's the 2900 class. Look at the size of her tender. That's a big tender.
It is pretty big.
It reminds me of the engine we see at the Great Plains Transportation Museum.
Yeah.
Then it should have the same sounds as this one. Her wheels are about to chuff at 80 miles per hour here. Right here. But she's going less than that. What if in Thomas and the Magic Railroad, what if Thomas and the Magic Railroad was like this?
Yeah. Or like that World War II Thomas movie that was canceled.
And get first, so when Thomas is back in steam again using special coal, the brakes will get fully released, the reverser sets it forward, and when you click on the regulator, it makes a clicking sound.
Interesting.
So I'll slowly open the regulator. As you'll slowly depart Muffle Mountain's workshop. Then faster and faster he'll go out onto the Magic Railroad. Imagine if a Smokebox store came with all the engines. How about that?
A smoke box?
Smokebox door.
Yeah.
The air reservoirs. It'd be called If the Magic Railroad Was Set in England and Not Sodor.
Yeah.
And Thomas will somehow go from Magic Railroad to Season 5 blue. Then Season 1 blue. Suddenly, and then he'll gain his face back.
Yeah.
And generate his voice using UberDuck. So, you didn't forget about magic. It's safe inside you.
Yeah.
And the top speed on him here is 60 miles per hour. Here's 60 miles per hour he's going.
Pretty fast.
The same engine spec is on Toby, Duck, Oliver, James, and I think Edward. Toby also comes with this Season 2 drowsy face.
Yeah.
That's his smiling face, which I think was used in Season 5 or Season 4.
I remember in Season 5.
And got his scared face. And his concerned face. Season 5 concerned face. Content. I don't know what bracing face, when his bracing face was made.
Me neither. I know. All I know is that it was dropped.
Because I think it would be too frightening for young kids.
I don't see how it's frightening.
And and same with Thomas's unused jovial face.
I remember that was used in the Great Festival Adventure game.
But it was also made for season 2.
Yeah.
But it wasn't used in season 2.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It would have been a hilarious face to laugh at.
I agree.
There's the Percy with there's the first version of Percy they made. The livery you call it S1 to S5 green, weathered coal dust. He's dirty Percy. Don't
Yep.
call me dirty Percy.
Don't call me Dirty Percy.
Portuguese, non sem pussy sujus. In Italian, non chiamarmi Percy sempre sparka. Norwegian, you could call my surrogate Percy. And it was so in Danish, du ska ikke kalle mig Master Percy. In Swedish, kalla mig mina surrogate Percy. In Polish, jag som är med Christmas Percy. In Korean, in Chinese, in Japanese, there's Jack Frost Percy.
Yeah.
There's Chocolate Crunch.
My favorite's the Chocolate Crunch. Because chocolate's
How
one
about-
of my favorite
how about-
flavors.
How this Chocolate Crunch and Jack Frost Percy? How about that?
That'd be cool.
Or whether Jack Frost or Coal Dust.
That's cool.
And for James, this tender. When you click on the red engine, the number disappears.
How does that happen?
The livery. And it's a red, and then you click on the red engine for James, it goes straight to his brother.
Yeah, Eagle.
There's in black. I believe he was the 5th engine bot.
Yeah, maybe that's
And-
why he's number 5.
And pink,
Like in Tickle Pink.
and Busy Bee James.
That's a good
There's
one.
a fan-made blue livery.
Yeah, it's just like an engine with many colors.
And drunk James while he's blue, as they could be mistaken for Edward.
Yeah. That looks funny.
If I could just add in Edward there. Like James not noticing it first. And be crossed that James is, and then as if they're getting confused with each other. And James's blue paint also looks a bit dirty. For Edward, it's also a bit dirty there.
Looks clean to me.
They've got a bowler.
I call him D261 since that's his number.
And Bill and Ben.
Yeah, Bill and Ben without their nameplates.
A livery is TVS Clean CGI Blue. It comes with TVS silver buffers.
Yeah.
What if they had? Bill number plate. How are these versions of Bill and Ben here?
Yeah,
If
they look neat.
they preserve Alfred and Judy as Bill and Ben for the Day Out with Thomas events.
Yeah.
And both of their names are mentioned in the interactive / talking Golden Bear range. When you function the sound test. We've got the season 2 25-ton brake van. We've got Edward being a TVS garden party and Edward's exploit. And Railway Series Edward's exploit. This is how it should have been in the TV series. Probably adapting it the way they wanted to.
Interesting.
With this Edward, you get season 2 smile. There's season 1 smile. Season 6 his tired. His furious face. His eye is clenching. His triumphant face. That is a variation of the laughing face. They will always be memorable to me.
Yeah.
Got the special coaches. Earlier this week, I did a Train Simulator live stream doing Pocahontas 2 Journey to a New World Rewrite Edition.
Yeah. Pocahontas 2, in my opinion, had the potential to be good.
And we'll have Henry terminating from Barrow with the special coaches when King Edward II arrives there. And then Pocahontas, Captain John Smith, Percy and Miko, and John Rolfe would get off King Edward II and inside the special coaches, which Henry will be taking. And how Disney would work with Thomas, how they would make their trains as realistic as possible, but they should understand the importance of how realistic Thomas is.
Agreed.
And here's a funny Henry face.
Where did that come from?
It's a variation of the cross face. But I'm going to try to use the happy face. Henry will terminate from Barrow. We'll start from Barrow and make his way towards Knapford. This is a timeline from season 5. This was when season 5 was made.
Yeah.
I am feeling very important while pulling the special coaches. How he has very important passengers on board. And I've also got Duck. I changed his puffing sounds as well. You know, I haven't noticed since the switch to CGI, his whistle looked the same as Thomas's.
I never knew that.
There's a Railway Series CGI Percy TVS Percy hybrid. And the Thomas locomotive, which is inaccurate.
Yeah. Still looks better than All Engines Go.
I believe this is what Timothy should look like in the TV series in season 2.
Yeah. But it needs the red eyes.
The UTA green Suburban coach. Now this one has a hose that will connect to the back of engines. And so, like Thomas would use his steam from him to go through the hose and into the coach. That way it will keep the passengers warm.
What kind of coach is it?
A Suburban.
Wow, I didn't know that's how they work.
Was how they got Victoria. We've got the Stanier 8F 280 engine. If I think no. I also seen serious trains versus silly trains. We got Kickstarter County. Now this one is like a model railway.
Yeah.
And I could use the daylight. And I'm gonna try the daylight without the silver lining on the front of her cow catcher. That's why it's labeled V3. I couldn't tell which one at first, but now I can by looking closely at them.
Yeah.
If this will load, I was about to say if it will ever load, but then I would speak too soon. SP Daylight. It's the post-war. Articulated. Chair car. They got the parlor car. They should have the return of the daylight.
I mean have the daylight run again in real life?
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
believe she's still running.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Here's the daylight without the silver lining on the front and the extra one. And this one has a Hancock 3 chime. Which I think suits her.
Yeah.
I don't know what Thomas character would be based off the daylight.
I think the daylight should appear in Thomas as a real life locomotive, just like the Flying Scotsman, Churro, and Stepney.
And it's same with Mallard.
Mallard too, yeah.
It also said on daylight it was built at the Lima Locomotive Works.
Oh, I see. I don't remember that.
It also has an air horn.
I didn't know steam engines have air horns.
Well, the S1 had one. And this engine is also oil burning. They call this train the Coast Daylight. How's that for a whistle on daylight?
It's pretty neat.
Almost sounds like her own whistle.
Yeah.
Though it's more suited for a big boy or a cab forward.
Yeah.
One thing I also want, here's one thing I noticed about the Scarloey engines. Most of them have Welsh accents, just reflecting their country of origin.
Yeah, I already noticed that.
By YouTuber Useful Edward Fan.
Yeah.
You gotta see how fast daylight's going here. Her top speed's 100 miles per hour. Maybe daylight should appear as one of America's famous locomotives.
Yeah.
Because don't put a Hancock 3 chime whistle on a small engine because it's not suitable.
Yeah, I know that.
There it is, 100 miles per hour. I also did Gordon versus City of Truro, and City of Truro went 100 miles per hour as well. But Gordon's top speed was approximately 110 on the Cell to Carlisle line. So it turns out he is faster than City of Truro.
The daylight is?
Gordon.
Oh, Gordon. Oh, I see.
So Gordon had won that race.
Yeah.
There's Daylight's interior. Here's her wheels.
Yeah.
She's bouncing along. I actually wanted to see a real daylight locomotive one of these days.
Yeah, me too. I wish I could ride on it too.
We got Mollard. I'm trying to do my ideas for USA Tour ideas. One being the Coronation Scott. And the Silver Jubilee. If they're going to revive all the LNER teak coaches like that, I believe that's going to take more than one engine to pull them.
Yeah.
Like more than one A4.
Yeah, like 2, 3, or 4.
Like all, like Silver King, Quicksilver, Silverlink, and Silver Fox.
Yeah.
If I can get Quicksilver up here. Maybe even an LNER fan-made A4 Tinkerbell USA Tour.
Yeah.
Oh, I set the wrong configuration. Should be LNER Tourist. Another Thomas meme should be a new episode of the series on Nick Jr. is on. Big sign face is, and then they changed the voices on some of the characters. How about that?
Could you repeat that again?
A new episode of Thomas and Friends on Nick Jr. is on.
Yeah.
But they changed the voices on some of the characters.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that they keep changing voices on some of the characters. Especially on Flynn.
So here's some USA Tour ideas. And maybe they should have a P2 USA Tour. I heard they were also going to revive a P2 class called Prince of Wales.
Yeah, I remember the Prince of Wales.
Another one of these was called Cock of the North. I have to get a Flying Scotsman tender. And so here's Prince of Wales. It's called the P2 Locomotive Trust. Just like how they did the T1 Locomotive Trust.
Yeah.
Maybe this should be a Prince of Wales USA tour.
That'd be interesting.
Like how they're should do it the Coronation Scott.
Yeah.
For the Silver Jubilee, it will be Quicksilver. Even Mallard on a USA tour
Yeah.
would be good. Like,
That'd be good.
user with the silver lining on the wheels. Here's the keep the silver lining on the red wheels because that makes her look sharp. And give her a tender that reads British Railways. And if I get a track for Mallard to be put on, LNER Coronation. Mallard with the Coronation coaches. How about that?
Yeah.
If that engine will appear in Big World Big Adventures, should we be a male or female?
Maybe a female?
Like Bittern, of course, should be a female.
Yeah. And Mallard can be male, like in the books.
Like then Iris Quinn using her Principal Cinch voice would give Bittern the same voice, accent, and personality as Cinch and Lady Tremaine. How about that?
Yeah.
If I can get the corridor post-war. We did see Bittern with 2 tenders before, but we should picture this as in LNER Garter Blue. And another Thomas meme I thought of is character made to be most evil, being Diesel 10. He being character made to be the most evil.
Yeah.
The character who ended up being the most evil one would be Bittern. As if she were bossing the villains around with her snooty personality.
Yeah.
Being the snootiest of the snooty.
Yep.
There's Quicksilver. Next to Mallard. the Coronation Scott. This fan-made A4, which I named Tinker Bell. And Prince of Wales. They should do a P2 USA tour.
Yeah.
So I got all the LNER trains here. I think, yeah, definitely do a P2 USA tour. A Coronation USA tour with Mallard's Tender reading British Railways. Should be British Railways or LNER on his tender.
I think LNER.
As she is at the National Railway Museum.
Yeah.
So my Thomas memes would be called Bitter would be the character that ended up being the most evil.
Yeah, because it would make that character sound bitter.
Ready for the off? Mallard, then Quicksilver. We go Mallard and Quicksilver.
Mallard and Quicksilver, huh?
I'm also wanting to download some anime routes that have Galaxy Railways on them.
What are you looking for?
Downloading some Galaxy Railways.
Okay. Yeah, Galaxy Railways. That sounds familiar. I think I've heard of it from somewhere before.
It's an anime.
Oh yeah.
And they actually used a big boy locomotive for that. An American engine in Japan. And Big One's whistle is also available for trains. I can go to train. They also had the Galaxy Express 999. Something unexpected I found on trains was the SpongeBob Express engine.
I think I've seen that from an old YouTube video before. Yeah, that one. I remember that one.
And it's based off a passenger diesel.
Yeah, one of the American passenger diesels.
There's Shane's Basis. A faceless Shane.
Yeah.
There's Shane's bases in black. There's Shane's bases in wartime. Shane's. There's the Southern 4501. If I can get to it, right here. And train horns and whistles here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that traction engine, that looks pretty cool. Same with that Amtrak diesel.
There's a King Arthur class. That whistle for the King Arthur class is Charlie's whistle. That was used in Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Here's the PR 7002 and 1223 engines. So the PR 7002 whistle, it was heard in Sabrina the Animated Series.
Yeah.
The final So it was used for Percy in the Robot Chicken skit, whereas it has an American-built steam whistle that is used for Charlie, which I think it was used as James's whistle.
Yeah.
And Charlie would be like, "This is no joke," or he's actually in character for once.
That would be funny. Yeah. Yeah, I also love Robot Chicken. That was a pretty good show. I like it more than South Park's in terms of humor.
Especially if when it had Charlie's whistle here. Then Thomas used the Sierra Railway 3 whistle in this skit. Am I the only one who thinks Percy's voice in this skit would work better for Philip?
Could you repeat that again?
Am I the only one who thinks Percy's voice in this skit would sound better for Philip?
I think it would fit well, yeah.
Like this.
I also think Daniel Radcliffe would fit well for Arthur.
But pitch down his Thomas voice.
Yeah, but pitch down his Thomas voice. Yeah, because, Arthur is obviously a little older than Thomas.
It should be like, "Hello, Philip." Isn't it? Oh, for Thomas's magic railroad generated with UberDuck of "Hello, Philip," and then comes Percy's lines from Robot Chicken. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Oh, Philip. But the way that Percy hit the penny was unrealistic.
Yeah. But that's supposed to be a joke, though.
They used a stock standard photo, but in the next scene, it's oversized.
Yeah. But it's funny when Percy tripped over it.
And because the Bachman, Thomas's body turned into some cheap plastic modeling.
Yeah.
He had no eyebrows and is no longer bleeding.
Yeah.
And they said Knapford Station here, but this is not Knapford. This is American. Hello.
Yeah.
And in Clarabelle's only appearance, as well as 2 Trackmaster trucks. James is also missing his eyebrows. James looks over to Thomas as he exploded, like he planned it all.
Yeah.
How Rosie. They also use a Trackmaster Rosie.
Yeah, for some reason.
But she and Percy swapped accents.
Yeah.
There's the PR3 chime 70 from the 7002. You can see there that Percy is in Thomas's body
Yeah.
with the 7002 whistle here. And this is the S1 wheel slip in a nutshell. James isn't there.
Yeah, that's a goof.
And half of Percy's undercarriage is missing. And you can see something moving as he wheel slips. In fact, James kept disappearing and reappearing here.
Yeah.
And also his tender was gone.
Yeah, and James never appeared again after this scene.
When he should have.
Yeah, he should have.
And he could still use Charlie's whistle.
Yeah. I also remember a mad version of this sketch.
Yes. Called Thomas the Unstoppable Tank Engine.
What do you think of it?
It has some accurate designs, but you can see that Thomas is now Percy right there. He's in Percy's shape.
Yeah.
He's not actually moving because his coupling rods aren't moving.
Yeah.
So Tom Head disappears for a brief moment. It's the Unstoppable Tank Engine. We got Thomas the Unstoppable Tank Engine. I think I should make this an adaptation for Big World Big Adventures, where it has Thomas pulling these 12 boxcars from these engines here.
Yeah.
And he looks like his Hornby self, but an inaccurate E2. And his eyes look like he's the Japanese, but they're vertical.
Yeah. In my opinion, the Mad version is okay, but the Robot Chicken one's a lot better in terms of animation.
I should make this a realistic adaptation.
Yeah, you should.
Same with, combine it with Robot Chickens Blow Some Steam and call it Thomas Gets Hijacked.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
And one of the American engines will couple from behind near the end at one point, and the train will be so long that the American villains or some root engines won't notice who's behind, won't know who's behind.
Yeah.
What if Ben Schwartz voiced Thomas in the US dub?
Ben Schwartz?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Where did I have heard that from?
The Paramount, DuckTales and Rise of the Ninja Turtles and the Paramount Sonic movie.
Oh. So what if he voiced Thomas?
Yeah. He was every blue character.
That'd be interesting.
And what if Jeremy Clarkson voiced Gordon?
Who's Jeremy Clarkson?
And Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh, who's Jeremy Clarkson? Was what I meant to say.
He's one of the hosts on Top Gear with James May and Richard Hammond.
He might work for Gordon.
There are some errors in the Unstoppable Tank Engine. You see how Mater is olive green, but after Thomas crashes into him, he's back to brown. Thomas and Percy share the same running board.
Yeah.
Then it's
Well, yeah, the strawberry shortcake bit that's like the funniest part in the entire sketch.
And her reaction is, then she is not going to like that. My reaction to it was, she is not going to like that if she were watching that. Here's the PRR S1 O scale. Here's the one in Tuscan red. Maybe I should have this one in Pocahontas and the Sailor Moon series.
That'd be interesting.
Then it will use this same 7002 whistle. So it's the largest engine with rigid frames ever built. They also made an HO scale PRR class S1. I'm also tempted to get one that will represent the USA for races. For Germany, it'll be the class 10, and for the UK, it'll be the class A4 Mallard the A4 Mallard. So it'll be the fastest engines from different countries. The railroad Mallard comes with his own packaging in garter blue.
Yeah.
And it has some different languages here. I think that one being in Danish, in German, and French, Portuguese, Italian, I think Swedish. And here's Mallard on a run with footage.
Yeah.
I'm for those, and for just like LaserJet said, for those of you who have Hornby, you have to own an A4. Don't ask why. You just have to. You just do. It's the law.
I believe that's a matter of opinion.
They got Bittern with 2 tenders here. It seems as if the bigger the tender, the bigger the ego.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Bittern would be the snootiest of the snooty of the A4s. Making her the stepmother figure. And this was the footage where Mallard had duck's whistle. Right there.
Wow, that's what Mallard. That's what the streamlined engine looks like without the armor or the shell. Is this Mallard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he looks like without the shell.
Yes. And it sounded like duck's whistle here. So I think Gargany on the A4 should have duck's whistle.
Yeah.
But instead we get this on the synthesizer. But instead it's a 3 chime like this. In honor of the Pocahontas, if for the rewrite, because Walt Disney's interest in railroading, then they use the Norfolk and Western 611 80s to 90s whistle in it.
Yeah.
Used for when Pocahontas turns red and steam comes from her ears. Got the Strasbourg 90. The Frisco 1522, Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy 5 chime. Like I said, the whistle for that was heard in some SpongeBob episodes, even when the Oceanic Express wasn't available.
Interesting.
And got the Santa Fe 3751 whistle. That whistle was used for the freight engine in Frosty the Snowman. A PRR 1361, which is a K4. Sounded like Frida's whistle when watching this. So I think Frida has the 1361's whistle. The NNW 1218 Hornby's Affordable Mallard by the user Sam's Trains. He does reviews on mostly British locomotives. Then we got a Russian user right there. So, well, the username is in Russian.
Oh yeah, I see. It could be a spammer.
Here's the Affordable Mallard. There's the Manning Wardle D class, which is Charlie and Billy's basis.
Yeah. Well, Sam's Trains is a pretty good reviewer.
Oh, so we got Planes Pramath. This is where we hear Charlie's whistle in the first Planes movie. Right here.
Oh, I see.
I've been looking up to train whistle origins. We also have the PR 7002 whistle in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Here. They reuse it Robot Chicken.
Oh.
Now here are the two engines at speed. They're at the State Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. But the reason why they're not running again, because their fireboxes are too thin to operate.
Wow. I never knew that.
And got Bittern. Train whistle origins 1. Canadian National 3254. E.V. Cooper Engineer. That's where Lady's Whistle came from.
Wow, that's interesting.
John Bull.
I remember the John Bull. That's a good locomotive.
Spencer's whistle came from the Kinlet Hall GWR locomotive.
Well, I remember the Kinlet Hall.
Lord Nelson. Here's where you hear Tornado's whistle in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Those Trackmaster looking coupling rods.
Yeah.
Then got the LMS 2MT EV Cooper engineer whistle. British locomotives that were used in stung. Bittern whistle was actually a live steam whistle. I think somehow the little engine that could 2011, think that was also recorded from a UK steam locomotive. From an English locomotive. Kinlet Hall.
Yeah.
The Caledonian 812. That's where the Cartoon Factory whistle came from. The Monarch. That's where Sir Handel's whistle came from.
Oh yeah, that miniature blue engine looks a lot like Bert.
This Charlie's whistle came from this one. The LMS Stanley or Hooter whistle is Murdoch and Arthur came from Duchess of Sutherland. American engines this time. They got the Southern 4501. The Virginian Truckee Inyo. Canadian whistles. Some we got. And the Caledonian Railway Preserved. If I had to do this, it should be the 812 coupled in front of the 419. So that way it would be either Donald or Douglas helping Hamish if he's broken down or ran out of steam.
Yeah, that would be cool, or that'd be interesting.
The Caledonian. This is Useful Edward fan. He's the Slovak user. The horn sound used, the horn sound used for Rusty in the Hit era is the same one used for Brum, a little yellow car.
Yeah, I've watched Brum before, and it's a pretty good show. Better than Teletubbies.
The engine, it also uses Sir Handel's whistle in Runaway Train. We got Mighty Mac. They're going originally based off a season 6 canceled character, Little Giant.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I believe Little John was meant to be an early Mighty Mac, but was replaced by Mighty Mac.
And even some Hatsune Miku commercials that I watched. One of them being in a Toyota Corolla, which is the car she drives.
Yeah.
There's even her in studio. Her in studio. She's a popular girl since Vocaloid came out. They even have her with a Yamaha DX7 synthesizer.
Yeah.
Which is very similar to the Roland Jupiter 6 synthesizer. She's also stars in Lux Beauty, and her hair is actually down in this scene. She looks much better that way.
I agree. I always like girls with long hair.
Especially Sailors Venus, Mars, Pluto, and Serena with her hair down.
Yeah.
I should think of Miku's English voice as Thomas's UberDuck AI All Engines Go voice. I'm not sure if that would be fitting or not.
Yeah.
You see how she's wearing slippers right there?
Yeah.
They even got an anime opening. Some fan-made anime openings. She's got a Mac as her DX7 synthesizer. And here's the My Little Pony figure that comes with the Miku pony that's going to be released this year from Kotobukiya.
Oh, that's neat.
They even made headphones of her and references in anime.
Yeah.
This Lucky Star, which in my opinion, it's actually good.
You like Lucky Star?
Yeah.
That's fine.
And in the studio, it's Miku right there.
Oh yeah.
And in the studio, in another anime, she's like, their bodies are statues at times.
Yeah.
Even got some Hatsune Miku figure in there. Usually they have 2 or 3 frames of the characters talking in anime.
Yeah. That's anime for you.
That I accept Miku expression would crack me. And I'm so glad they remembered to keep her face the same on every frame in this. It makes the scene look more believable.
Yeah.
They also got more Thomas UberDuck AI voices, like Gordon's Magic Railroad voice. And Howen, the little blue engine.
Oh yeah. I remember Howen in one of the
Monster Under
fan-made
the
episodes of By
the
Mainland.
The Monster Under the Shed.
Yeah, I remember that too.
They also added a Sir Topham Hatt US DVD menu voice. I prefer Sir Topham Hatt with the Michael Angelis Uberduck voice. Because it sounds like his Sir Topham Hatt impression.
Yeah. I like the Robin Smith Sir Topham Hatt in terms of expressiveness.
And maybe Mallard could be voiced by the Uberduck Michael Angelis.
Yeah.
I've tried Thomas Magic Railroad versus Thomas All Engines Go. How about that?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
This is what his voice sound like. They're dubbing a commercial.
Yeah.
All Engines Go Uberduck test. Let's try Thomas Magic Railroad. That would be as much better than his All Engines Go voice.
Yeah, I agree.
Even want Don't Be Silly Billy, the good ending.
Yeah.
Those. Are very notable attention. You're very ready one too. There was confusion and delay. You know, better arrived. Now they're hurting you again. How about that?
Yeah.
And that he never returned. Like, run. Run
Yeah.
away, Billy, and never return. Until Billy's Christmas Carol comes is in this.
Yeah.
Some Thomas Uberduck AI voice. Maybe I should record some Lionel Thomas lines, and from Uberduck and put them on his Lionel model. How about that?
That'd be a good idea.
I got the Thomas TV Patrol. There's TV Patrol. There's Kingdom Hearts Aqua. This is the character I like the most in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites too.
Could you imagine her being crossed with Sailor Mercury and Sailor Moon and Rei Ayanami in Evangelion? Since they're all blue-haired girls with short hair.
Yeah.
It'd be a blue trio. even make the Sailor Moon characters playable characters in this game if they are bought by Disney.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Because the playable characters in here are anime design.
Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to be anime design because they originate from Japan.
What if the Evangelion characters made appearances in this? That'd be weird.
Yeah, it would be weird.
And one of those characters, Misato, is loosely based on Sailor Moon. Her bang, her clumsiness, and bright traits, even the same voice actress in Japan.
Yeah.
You know, and when drinking beer, she's like, yeah. Okay. She is really funny when drinking that.
Yeah.
Next is I got Hakone. This is in Hakone. The Tokyo to Hakone route, that is also a Microsoft Train Simulator.
Wow.
They should have made an Evangelion reference in that. And find some Evangelion Easter eggs in MSTS. It could be Thomas on a Japan tour, Evangelion edition. I got a Bachman Rheneas. I have that, along with a Bachman Rusty. I don't yet have Skarloey. They are making Peter Sam and Yellow Rheneas. So for Dirty Percy in a nutshell, being Russian is Man Percy. And Japanese is Percy or Waifu or Tomboy Percy.
Yeah.
In Tolmix, they made an Oigawa Railway Thomas. There. For Evangelion Tomix. And upon opening the box, you get a glimpse of 5 of the characters. This being Shinji, Rei, Asuka, Kaoru, and Mari. What happened to Toji or Sakura or Hikari?
I don't know.
They should be on there. So Asuka is the German girl, and Mari she's the English girl. I think that since she's from England, it said on her profile born in England, I think she should sound like Nicola Stapleton's Rosie voice.
Yeah.
And maybe have an American voice actor play Rosie.
Yeah, I agree. Like Jules Day Joe was a perfect Rosie in my opinion.
So there's the Oigawa Railway Thomas. I should get that for N scale.
Yeah.
And comparing to the regular Thomas, not the real Thomas, because the real Thomas would be The E2s will be referred to as the real Thomas. The real life E2s.
Yeah.
You made a Bandai version. And Nakayoshi Bandai, Japan's version of Ertl.
Yeah.
And Tomy also made Playrail Evangelion. No. Deutsche Bundesbahn BR 53 again. Now, I remember saying the BR 53 engine looks like it's a cursed German engine.
That does look cursed.
They got a B. There's the real DRBR 86. But it's ghost-like because the white paint.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hogwarts Express. They should have made this one into a Thomas character a long time ago in the first place.
Which one?
The Hogwarts Express engine.
Oh yeah, I agree. He'll make a perfect special guest in the Thomas series.
And will use a Cornish accent.
Yeah, a Cornish accent would be really good.
The same should go for Old Slowcoach. Because she's a GWR coach.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna go to bed so I can wake up in time for the train show tomorrow.
And I'm gonna go there after work.
Okay.
So see you at the train show when I can, and I'll see what to look for, what I can buy.
Okay.
So
See ya.
See you then. Well, Trevor and I had a good time talking there. Looks like it's right, and it is an LMS standing or hooter whistle for trains. Mm. Mm. Well, I've also got to go too, since I think I'm going to end the stream here just as it's going to reach 10. And there it is. So like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and join me in tomorrow to show you what I bought at the train show. This is James and Sailor Jupe. This is James and Sailor Jupe saying